we're back out, funnily enough. So I'm in the depths of Suffolk today. I'm out in this really lovely bit of wood, loads of moss on the floor. I've camped here a few times. Ben's coming down to join me today. I'm on holiday at the minute, that's why I'm not with him now. Proper gutting though, Catherine's been out in Greece for nearly 2 weeks. I was supposed to go, her dad booked a nice villa with a pool and stuff like that, and my passport didn't turn up in time. Absolutely gutting, it's my own fault, you know, I left it too late. But I've been going out with a few different mates or on my own and just leaving the camera behind for a little bit. Just want to do film, I'm all buzzing and excited for it like I am right now. Honestly, I'm stoked to be back out making a little video. So the idea behind this camp, when Ben gets here, we're looking for a place to build another shelter, another permanent shelter. But this time it's not going to be subsurface, it's just going to be surface, and it's just going to have walls, 2 beds, just like you'd see anywhere else, just like your bog standard bushcraft camp. Both work on our corners or our bit, do you know what I mean? So that's probably going to be another shelter series. Don't know when we'll start it. This is just going to be a recce for that really, and a bit of a chill one. So yeah, really warm today as well. I just swung by the Golden Arches and got a chocolate milkshake on the way in. Proper first world problem, but they forgot the straw again, and stupid me didn't even check. But you know, just smashed it without the lid. And I might have got a 99p mayo chicken and a 99p cheeseburger, because I'm going to set the A-frame mesh tent up again. I've brought that, so let's go. So I found this nice little spot. I think I'm going to go between them 2 trees. I put my ridgeline there. Ben can go between here. Fire in the middle. Cushy. A few people have asked me how I put my ridgeline up or what knots I use, stuff like that. So I just use paracord. It's a little thicker than bank line and stuff, but it's strong, it does the job. To start off, just make a loop in the end. Get the end, loop it round, tie it off on itself, just give yourself a little knot. That's where we're going to start with. So we take that loop, pass it around the tree, and then to save you having to put all your cordage through the loop, just grab your cordage, fold it back on itself, make another loop, put the loop through that loop, slide the toggle through, take your original line, and then pull it tight. It's that simple on that end. It's a little bit hard to show you on my own with the camera static, but it's a trucker's hitch that I use for the other end. You can tension the line without it coming slack. There'll be loads of videos on YouTube how to do a trucker's hitch. Ben taught me. So if you want to see it in more detail, I'd probably recommend going and watch them, because I'm going to struggle here. But basically, I get however long that is, I don't know, 50, 60 centimetres away from the tree, make a loop. You're basically just making a bow at this end. Small one like that. Just a loop in the end. Don't pull this slack bit tight, otherwise you'll undo it. But pass it around the tree, and then I take the end, put it through once, put it all the way through, and then again underneath itself this time, underneath the first one. There you go. And then you could just neaten all the excess up with a toggle or tie it up or whatever you want to do. To be honest, the way I see it is, as long as your tarp's up and you're dry, what does it matter really? You know what I mean? As you get better at this stuff, you want to improve your setup, and the better you want to make things. So it doesn't really matter if you're just starting out, just slap the bungees on there, man. I still love the bungees, I still rate the bungees. They're still my favourite thing for guying the tarp out. I much prefer to use a bungee than guy lines, but it's just personal preference for this stuff, you know. Look at that nice old oak tree there. Right, shelter in 3, 2, 1. There you go. So different to how I set it up on the other video that I did with this, because I've just put the toggles straight on the ridgeline this time with some prusik knots, which they live on my ridgeline all the time anyway. If you don't know about prusik knots, the idea is you can slide them along a line and they're loose, but when you slide them along, that keeps the tightness. It just grips onto itself in the line, which is really good. Probably not going to put a tarp up today just because it's so warm. The sky's looking nice. So yeah, dead simple, got the door at the front. Good to go. And if it's the first time you've seen this piece of kit, this is the DD Hammocks ultralight A-frame mesh tent. It's so nice to have this bit of kit because the Mossies have been eating me alive recently. They've been ruthless. It's nice just to get away and still be able to see everything, you know. As far as the UK goes, for things that want to hurt you, we get it pretty easy here, to be honest. There's not really anything out here that's going to hurt us. There's not a lot to worry about. But the mozzies are horrible and the ticks are horrible. There's different levels of mozzie as well, you know, and the worst thing you can do is scratch and itch them. But I'm just one of those people. I can't help it. I do it subconsciously, do you know what I mean? And it's too late then. So I'm just going to put a load of this Nordic summer stuff that I've got. I got it last year. I spoke about it in a little video, but it basically smells like you've been out camping for like 3 months. It just stinks of like smoke, pine resin, tar. It's supposed to keep them away. It does do a pretty good job. They left my face alone the other week when I was out when I used it. You can get it on Amazon, can't remember the price of it. It's not 100% effective. There's nothing out there that I have found. You can give me all your suggestions. I'll always get ticks and mozzies, just how it is for me. But did you know there's only 900 reported cases of Lyme's disease in the UK? Now, I'll take them odds. A lot of people really worry about it. But if you worry about stuff too much, you'll never do anything in this world. Do you know what I mean? There's negatives to everything, you just have to look through it. They're odds that I'm willing to take, you know. And the cases will be a lot more, it's just they're the ones that are reported, but the chances of you getting Lyme's and writing yourself off are pretty slim, to be honest, you know. Don't get too worried about it. Get a little cheap one of these, you know. You can get them on Amazon, you don't have to get the DD one. Do everything you can to get yourself away from them. Someone's requested a Dakota fire hole, so I'm going to do one of them tonight. If you don't know what one of them is, basically 2 holes underground with a channel connecting them both. So you've got your fire hole, and then you've got your air intake hole, and it's kind of slanted underground, and they meet, and basically the air draws in through the top, goes underground and powers your fire. But the idea is you can't really see the flames, so if you're trying to be stealth or you're near a track or something like that, you can basically keep it subdued, keep it out of eyes. So then with your grill, put it over the top and keep it ground level, you know. Pretty good idea. They're in all the survival and bushcraft books. I don't think I've ever done one on the channel. I have done one before, but yeah, I'll show you. I've got my little entrenching tool with me, the military one, which is just in my kit, so yeah, let's do it. I'm going to start on the main fire hole first. So warm today. Right, that's the main fire hole done. I just need to cut out one more little bit of root, and now I'm ready to dig the air hole. Here you are. This is looking down the air intake straight into the bottom of the other fire pit. Boom. So we've got some spruce twigs and some hazel to start us off. There's loads of dead fallen around here. It almost feels like cheating. So, the good old fat wood then. Fat wood is basically like dried resin. It goes solid, kind of looks like amber, I guess. It smells absolutely lovely. And a couple of the pointers I've got for people. But first off, don't go and buy this stuff. There's pine all over the UK. You're just looking for those lower limbs that are dead, just axe or knife close to the stump, have a look at the end, and you should find some pretty easy. There's loads of it around there. Or fallen over pine trees from storms and stuff, the roots trap loads of resin. If you can find a big root to cut and have on your fire, it's amazing. It'll be quite smoky, it just burns so easy and so long. They recommend not cooking meat over pine, can change the taste, but I've never really noticed anything. Basically, what was I going to say? When it comes to fat wood, I don't bother with feather sticks and stuff. It's just a long-winded way of doing it, I found it. I'm just using the bottom of my spade to catch them. But when it comes to really fluffing up the dust, turn your knife around onto the 90-degree spine, go back and forward, and you'll fluff it up. don't try and fluff it up with the edge of your knife. You'll end up just ruining the edge, and it actually works so much better if you just use the back. Doesn't have to be a 90-degree spine, you can do it without, but it's a little bit more of a chew. If you've got that sharp 90-degree on there, it does it easy. Same when it goes when you're striking your ferrocerium rod. I've actually seen a few people using the sharp edge of the knife to strike it. If you don't know, then you don't know. So if anyone does that, there you go, there's a little tip. Don't ruin the edge of your knife, use the back of it. Again, 90-degree spine for that really. So yeah, I just get loads of dust, a couple of the big curls, and then I'm normally straight onto the birch bundles or just the spruce twigs. Both of them work just as well. And it's so easy to get your fire going with fat wood. If you're new to the game and you can get some fat wood, that's a really good place to start. And that's enough there. I normally do a little bit more than I need, just as a good little fail-safe, just so you don't have to go through it all again. But I mean, that's plenty right there. When it comes to the ferro rod, a lot of people like to use the back of their knife. The one I've got, it's by Bayite, just from Amazon. It comes with one attached to it, and I find this is just as good as a knife, so do you know what I mean? I just use what's on there, it's just easier that way. So when it comes to the ferro rods then, there is a few ways you can use them. If it's a bigger one, you can just hold the end and strike it away from you, or sometimes it's easy to strike into your tinder and it all goes everywhere. So sometimes it's good to hold your knife or the striker there and pull it back towards you, so then you're not going to hit anything and make it go everywhere. Also on the shorter ferro rods, what Ray Mears teaches, because you don't have that length to strike against, you're basically you're digging in. Sometimes as well, if you're having a bit of bad luck or it's quite windy or something like that, if you do a really light scraping, get some of them fine shavings on there. You can even scrape a few of the shavings into your tinder pile. What I tend to do on the short ones, I cross my thumbs over like that. I hold the ferro rod in my right hand, I'm left-handed, and do it that way. I just use my right thumb to push my left hand almost. Really easy. So just a few pointers, that's all. A lot of people, I don't know, I see a few people struggle when it's been windy or they're so close to their tinder and it all just ends up going everywhere. Just little pointers like this. No one told me this stuff, it's kind of just stuff I figured out, do you know what I mean? You do figure things out when you do this sort of thing long enough, but if someone can just tell you, then it's so much easier, innit? So there you go. And I'm going to get this fire lit now. Bearing in mind we're just revving the fire right up, the flames, this is probably going to be as high as they're going to get. You can see the difference already. And if I'd have been bothered to dig further down, it would have been fine, but I don't really need to do this today, I just thought I'd show you. You know it's working because you can see the flame, the air's coming from the right hand side and it's pushing the flames over to the left, which is a good sign. The Midgiotos are real, so we're taking a bit of haven in the mesh tent for a sec. It's such a nice day. So I'm not sure if the Seafort videos came out yet already. I'm not sure if this one's first or not. But basically, I still need to record the second half. I need to record the Q&A because I lost so much footage with the mic problems that basically I'm just going to film the Q&A again because I'm not going to dub over like half hour's worth of sitting there talking. Wrist, ankles, neck and face are the places for me. Because if it's round your ankles and the ticks get under your trousers, they might not go any further, do you know what I mean? Worth doing something anyway. But yeah, it proper stings. What's with the hat, you might be wondering? I don't know, to be honest. It stops them really itchy, annoying midgy bites. You know, the ones that don't swell up, but they're really itchy? Yeah, it stops them, that's the only reason. And I'm gonna cheers you with my first beer of the evening. A Brewdog Puppet Master West Coast IPA. So the ranch camp's at the end of this month. Stoked to meet all you guys that are coming. It's going to be a good little drink up, that one. Like, loads of cool people are coming. It's going to be so good. I can't wait to meet you all that are coming. It's going to be nice to have a beer with those of you that I haven't met before, so I'm really stoked for that. And then also the bushcraft show. Who's going to the bushcraft show? I'm looking forward to that. I've never been before. You see me and Ben and all the gang and that, make sure you come and say hello. I think there's a few tickets left for this ranch camp as well. Email address to get a tickets in the description as well. Alex will square you away there. Another thing I learned as well the other day, did you know that ticks can last like 1.5 years without a blood meal? I was pretty impressed with that. So I've spent the last few days basically sanding up and painting a load of the kitchen cupboard doors at home, which has been quite nice actually. As much as I get outside and I'm camping and stuff all the time, it is nice to spend a few days at home and actually crack on with a few jobs there as well. So it's going to be about 1.5 hours, 2 hours till Ben gets here, I think, by the time he goes to the shop and stuff. I've squared our dinner away. We've got a sirloin steak each, corn on the cob, some tender stem broccoli, a camembert, some piri chicken. All that was on the agenda was making this Dakota fire hole, so there's not a great deal I want to do until Ben gets here. I'm just going to chill out for a little bit, enjoy the weather, enjoy the sounds and the sights of nature. Just finish this beer. So there's a really cool event that happens near where I live every year in Suffolk called Weird and Wonderful Wood. I was down there a few weeks ago and the place is awesome. It's just full of people that make stuff out of wood, like out in front of you, or they're down there selling stuff out of wood, old things, and there's music on, comedy, all that sort of stuff. It's a really good weekend out and it's at a really nice like country hall. And I bumped into a couple that recognise the channel and stuff, and I just want to say a massive thank you on camera. I sat and chatted to them for about 45 minutes. Danny and Cheryl, thank you very much. Danny gifted me this oak catapult that he made, which is so sick. And thanks to AB Bushcraft as well, that sent me one a couple of weeks prior. Right, I found my rhythm now, that's it. I'm hitting the same spot every time. Yeah. That's pretty cool, isn't it? That is your giveaway though, isn't it? The smoke. There's nothing really you can do about that. The flames have settled down. I have got some nice chunks of oak on there now, but they're a little bit punky because they were just on the floor near that tree. Looks cool through the sun though, doesn't it? To get around that is to find the driest, hardest wood you can, I guess. But you're never going to be 100% stealth if you're having a fire, let's be honest. Right, it's been a while since I ran up a tree or a wall and did a backflip, so I might give that a go. Maybe I'll try the old two-step. It has been a few years. I still backflip now and again, as you've seen in the videos, but... Cheers for all the posy vibes on the Cornwall video, by the way. A couple of people have asked me why I don't really film with Catherine that much, and there is a couple of reasons for that. I work 4 days on, 4 days off, so I try and camp a lot during the week when Catherine's at work, purely because it's like least time away from home then. When I have my weekends off, I don't go camping on the weekend because that's time that I get to spend with her, unless she comes with me. She does love the outdoors, she loves going on adventures. We really like driving the camper out and just going on day trips with tunes, and we always drive to new places and stuff like that. She loves camping in the van. She likes camping out in the woods, just nowhere near as much as me. And she's not a big fan of the camera either, so, you know, that's why I don't really film with her. And I think that helps with like some of the spots that I go to as well, because I don't really camp on the weekend. If I'm out on my own and I go to some of these like out there, maybe a bit necky spots, then there's not a lot of people around during the week. It's the weekend when all these places get rammed with people, so it's just another positive to the camping trips, really. Next level, this one. If you like your hazies, top drawer. Right then, let's go to the track and go meet Ben. For any of you that don't know who Ben is, if you're new to the channel or whatever, Ben's my Bezzy mate, and he got into camping through me like last winter, and he's been absolutely mad for it ever since. And he's really good. He's really good at the bushcraft. He's an engineer, his dad was a builder, Ben's done all of the tradey sort of stuff, so he's kind of natural at this. Like, he sees the vision with building and how to create things and craft things. Like, it's really cool. It's been good having him on the channel. I've got a good few beers stocked up ready because it's Ben's Friday. He's been working all week, so he's going to be stoked to be here. So let's go meet him. All right, brother? Big man's in town.
How are we, people?
First off, nice hat.
Oh, thanks, mate. Yours looks pretty cool too.
Look at us, a lot of matching pair.
Yeah.
How are you, man? All good?
Yeah, man, sweet. So pleased to be off work.
How was it doing 2 whole 4-day shifts without your busy mate?
Put it this way, if you leave, I leave. Oh man, tarpless tonight for sure.
Me too, me too. No tarps today, no tarps in this camp.
No, not for sure.
Not today, not in this weather.
Oh man, it's so good.
Right, we'll see you back at the camp then. Yoo. First time on the candy kittens. You've had this one before, haven't you?
Yeah man, it's my new favourite.
What are you on, bro?
Obviously neck oil, Beavertown.
That is the one.
Tesco's club card, deal at the moment.
Let's go.
Yes.
Hey, cheers, dude. That goes down like fizzy juice, doesn't it?
Yeah, man.
You could session that all night.
I just wrapped myself in the head with it.
Right, dudes, we've had a couple of beers. What's the plan then? We ain't got a plan, have we?
Nah, we're not doing anything. I don't even set up. I just pulled a basher out.
It's Ben's space alert. No, you have got to bust the candles out though.
Oh yeah, we should do something about them, really. We'll get them on.
Talk me through the candles.
Well, I bought these from Sainsbury's because they were on offer the first time. Buy one, get one free. Or something like that. I don't know. I think there's something different about an oak. I think so. I don't know. I hold them in a different regard to every other tree. No reason at all.
It's like fresh washing. Shout out quickly to my 3rd favourite brewer.
Third?
3rd.
Come on then.
No, 4th favourite brewer.
Let's hear it.
First is Woodford's. Even though I'm a Suffolk lad, Woodford's Wherry is uncompetable.
Ooh, okay.
Second is Green King, because my local town is Bury St Edmunds, and Green King IPA was the first ale that got me into ale. And third, which is what this is, no, third is Brewdog, and 4th are these bad boys, the Vocation. If there's any aeroplane engineers out there, what are they called? Aeronautical engineers?
I guess so. Tell us.
Do you follow
how on it do you have to be?
Yeah. Do you follow your preventative maintenance schedule to the T?
To the perfection.
Or do you go, oh no,
that's
that'll
all
be
right. Got the firm arrest mat for sure.
What is it? The Trail one or something?
Trail Pro. Absolutely love it. It's the warmest thing. It's the comfiest thing. I'm a bit of a...
You're a big fan?
Oh yeah, I'm a bit of a glamper in disguise. I want to be comfy.
We're just going to let these logs die down to good embers and then we'll get the grill on.
Yeah.
We have ourselves a spectacular bed of embers to cook on. I've cut...
Couldn't be better, could it?
It's nice, isn't it?
Literally couldn't be better.
I've cut a couple of bits of green sycamore. Ben's got his grill on there. There's mine on there as well. And we are good to go. We've got some peri peri chicken on the go with our camembert and a little bit of tender stem broccoli. The idea is to dip the tender stem broccoli in the camembert and just feast on the chicken. And we're saving the steaks for tomorrow night.
Oh, it's going to be good.
It is going to be good. It's late though. It's like I don't know, 10:30, 11.
Yeah, we always do this.
We always do this. We eat late. It's just how we do, you know. Summer vibes. Peace and love. Check it. Word. Oh, let's have a go then. I really, really like the skin on camembert. It just traps all the cheesy goodness. The spice on the chicken with the cheese is just, oh.
Yeah, I'm down with you, bro.
It's come to that time where one needs to rest one's head. See you in the morning. Good morning. Had a little bit of a lay-in this morning. Didn't get up till about 9 o'clock. We're going to go and have a little look for this new camp build spot. We are still going to be doing stuff up the shelter. We are still going to be finishing off the window and all of that sort of stuff. This is just going to be for the project after that. I'm really stoked for this actually. It should be good. Another gorgeous day in the woods. Sun's out, shining bright. Foxgloves are out. This is our mate L's camp. I was down here the other night. It's near the spot that we're camping at. There's little Timmy's bed. The char cloth, the fat wood, the spruce and the pine branches.
Man make fire.
Ben's altered his setup. He's bought himself a new DD. What is it? The small tarp?
It's the small. I wanted something light for summer, just to cover if I thought it was going to rain.
Looking good. You kept the guy lines on this one, haven't you?
Yeah, I like them. I keep meaning to carve some little wooden toggles though and replace the plastic ones.
Yeah.
I'll do that at some point.
Working smarter, not harder tonight. It's a little smoky though because of the bark.
Yeah, do get some small stuff in there.
I'm on the hazy. Yeah, that is good. Just the job. Just chilling. Ben's in his pit. I've been laying in my pit. We're just kind of chatting over the fire, innit? We had a nice little walk around the woods. Nothing that really stood out, but there was a great place of materials that had all the wood there, which we're definitely considering.
Yeah, we'll have to come check it out.
Morning, dude.
Good morning.
Another nice sunny day in the woods. Pretty much just waking up. What is it, like 9:30 or something? I've got some stuff to go do at home, and I've got to clean the place up for our last getting back from holiday. But yeah, got away with no tarp again last night. Ben's tarp set up sick with that little small tarp.
I love it, man.
Big fan of that.
Fill your hole.
Yeah.
Alright.
Get them out of here. Look, I've got your gash bag as well. Don't worry about that, mate.
Alright, mate, but I will, okay? Stop it.
I'm getting a bit bored of holding my tongue with you, mate.
Stop.
Salmon and butter on toast.
Ooh.
Packing up you. It's a bad man camp with Ben.
It's a bad man camp with Craig.
Right, let's think of some shout outs to do.
Yeah?
My first shout out is probably going to be the Watton Bakery.
Oh, Watton Bakery, caramelised onion sausage rolls. Shout out.
It's a local family run bakery in Watton. We absolutely love it. It's killer.
What's it called?
What?
What's it even called?
I don't know.
We'll call it Watton Bakery.
We'll call it Watton Local Family Bakery.
Yeah. Shout out to the man who's no longer there, Stephen Smith's Butchers.
Whoa!
Now that was a place to be.
Oh, I am a bit basic with food, we all know this.
Yeah.
But mine was just sausage stuffing and mayo, mate, in a big old baguette.
Man, I was pork crackle and apple sauce.
Shout out Action Man for making my younger years so much more pleasurable.
Oh, I was more of a Stretch Armstrong man.
Oh,
yeah.
I'd stretch too.
Yeah, we'll shout them both out.
Alright. Never felt right though when you put Stretch Armstrong in the Action Man vehicles.
No.
Didn't feel right.
It didn't.
Look at this guy. He'd be the one on Titanic that asked the stewards to go back down underneath to grab his purse.
It's urgent.
I'm not urgent, I just can't shake it.
I know, well, lucky for me, well, unlucky for you, you were whipped into, it's got to be done now, it's got to be done yesterday. Not me.
That's why I get shit done! Leave no trees, all squared away, packed up, good to go. Roger that, out.